a gift. Now, in this video, I wanted to talk about the gift of feeling good. For many of us growing up, we're taught from the adults around us how to feel bad. You're made to feel bad when you make mistakes. You're made to feel bad when you don't measure up because you're not as good as, other kids, either, academically at school or physically, when it comes to sports, you may not be as good as the other kids. And so we are constantly shown as kids how to feel bad by the adults around us. And that's because, 9 times out of 10, they feel bad about half the stuff, in themselves. They feel bad that they're not good enough. And they're just passing that on, okay? Because that's what they were treated like as children. But the gift of feeling good. Now, as I said in a previous video, I've been observing my 5-year-old like a hawk since I came out of the hospital, and in this last year, because in my mind and in my heart, I believe that our children have more to teach us than we could ever possibly teach them. And one of the things that I have learnt watching her is that, she'll have days where she's really sick. She'll have a fever, or she'll have vomiting, or she'll have diarrhea, or, any of these things. But that never stops her from wanting to get the most out of every day and trying her utmost to feel good. She still wants to explore, and she still wants to discover new things, and she still looks to play and laugh and giggle and jump around no matter how sick she is, no matter how bad she feels physically. She still looks emotionally to feel good and get the most out of her day. And in this last, I've come home from the hospital, and she's missed me, and I know that because I've missed her as well. But even in all her little visits, as she came to the hospital to see me, she'd bring her little dolls and she'd bring her little toys, and she would play around me, around the bed where I was, or, on the little tables there, or if, we found a waiting room in the end that was quite pretty. It had big tables, so we would sit there and she would bring all her little dolls and we would play. And she would look, she discovered these big babushka dolls that were all inside each other, and we'd pull them all out, and she'd put little toys and make surprises, and always looking to feel good and make the most out of every moment. It didn't matter what the situation was, And we're not taught that. As children, we have that naturally. For many of us, that's taken away from us, depending on how the adults have treated us, what we've been through. For many of us, we may lose that altogether. We may never get to experience or remember that experience of feeling good. But that is our instinct. That is our true nature. From the very beginning, that's all we've ever wanted, is to feel good, because when you're feeling good, you express the best of yourself. When you feel good, you do your best. When you feel good, you give the best of yourself to others. You are the highest expression of yourself when you feel good, because you feel good about who you are. You feel good about your place in the world. You feel good about everything. So today, for those of you out there who don't feel good for the most part, I want you to really look at your day and start to look at, because a lot of the times we don't feel good because we're thinking about stuff in the future. And usually the stuff in the future is not positive stuff, it's negative stuff that we're not looking forward to. So today I want you to think about, live in this moment and feel good about what you're doing right now. Try and feel good about what you're doing right now, or how. What can you do different that can make you feel good about what you're doing right now? How can you do it different? What can you do that can change this moment, that you can start feeling good rather than the feeling bad? And start to tip the scales, slowly, bit by bit, every day. Add more things that you can feel good about, rather than, always looking at the things always feeling bad about who you are, always feeling bad about your situation, about your day, about every moment, because all of this adds to what's going on inside of your whole body. It's all going on up here, but it affects everything below it, and it affects everything around it, because you don't realize you've got a whole energy field around you. So you've got all this negative energy, you're feeling bad, and you're going out into the world, and everyone around you can see this energy of get out of my way, you know? I'm having a crap day, just stay away from me. People can feel this from a mile away, you know? And so I put it to you today to give yourself this gift, to feel good. And for that, I think we need to start looking at things that we're grateful for in our lives. You know, if you're healthy at the moment, if you have good health, then feel good about that and give thanks for that, because many people don't have that. Many people are sick or, you know, have chronic diseases. Give thanks for that. If you don't have that, you know, but you have a loving partner that's dedicated to you, that's faithful, that's honest, that's a lovely person, he's your best friend. Give thanks for that. Not everybody has that. If you have beautiful children, no matter how challenging they might be, but remember there's many women that can't have children. They end up going through life and never ever have children in the end. Give thanks for your children, because some women may never know what that feels like to have your own kids. You know? There's always something that you can look at in your life and be grateful for and feel good about. There's always something that other people don't have. Many other people may not have. So I want you to look at that today. So this video is really about feeling good and about gratitude, because gratitude will always show you what you have. When you're looking with gratitude, you're looking at what you do have right now. And it always makes you feel good that you have that in your life. If you have a best friend that you can talk to and you can share anything, not everyone has that. Give thanks for your best friend that you have in your life. You know, if you have parents that have been dedicated to you, that have been wonderful to you and allowed you to have a beautiful childhood, give thanks for that. Not everybody has that. And if nothing else, if you can't find any of those, you can't find anything to be grateful for, you have two eyes that are watching this video. Not everybody can see. You have two ears that you can hear me. You can hear the video. Not everyone can hear. You know, you have two arms, two hands, two legs. Not everyone has those. If you have food that you can eat every day, give thanks. Not everyone has food on the table. So much. You know, we turn a tap and we have water. We flick a switch and there's the light. And not everyone has that. And funny enough, the people that have the least are the most grateful that they're alive. I find that so amazing when you meet these people, how grateful, how lucky they feel that they're alive. So think about all those things today, because it's easy to look at what we don't have. But when you start to think of all the things that you do have, there's so much more. You know? Alright, my darlings. Remember to click like and subscribe below so you don't miss any of the messages, and I'll see you in the next message, in the next video, okay? I was just about to say, please share, because sharing is caring. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.